Hey everyone. I know it's been a really long time and a year and like a month probably. So I'm a little nervous, and my background isn't a beauty room or anything like that. I kind of did this impromptu only because if I would have planned it, I would have never done it. So I literally just told my husband yesterday that I needed some time so I can make a video, and I'm in my kitchen. I had kind of in my mind what I wanted to do, but the baby's asleep. My toddler, he's 3 now, and he's wild, so I'm gonna try and get this done before he wakes up, and I hope you stick around for it, and I'll try not to make the video too long. Just want to do a life update, try to get back in the habit of putting some videos out there. I have so much makeup that I've accumulated, so I want to get back to it, get back to doing the things that I love, and bring you all along with me. So if you like quick little get ready with me or story time or life updates or anything like that, please stick around and hit that subscribe button, of course, and the like button if you like the video today, and let's get started. Okay, so just to give you a quick little like background tour, my son broke all my the teeth to the blinds, so we pushed that over and put some to block out the sunlight. What are they called? Like blackout curtains for the kitchen, so it doesn't get hot in here. And then also so nobody can look in. I'll explain all that as well. And then my microwave's in the back and the baby stuff, so I'm sorry if it's distracting. It'll get better in time. I pulled all my stuff because, like I said, this was like quick, and I wanted to just get it done. But I hope everybody is doing well today. I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm doing the cooling face primer because it's hot in summertime, so I figured why not. But this is Mint Melt by e.l.f. and I'm gonna use this on the perimeters of my face, and then I'm going to put on Master Prime by Maybelline for my little pore areas, because that you know, fills the pores and all that fun stuff. I like to put primer and all that good stuff before I do my eyes. So, and I like to do my eyes first because, you know, fallout. I don't mind fallout unless it's like extreme. Like, I don't know if you all saw, like, one of my get ready with me, I was trying to do like a smoky eye, and like I had like crazy black fallout, but nothing like that. So, and then I'm gonna hydrate my eyes using my facial oil by e.l.f. And of course, everything is gonna be in the description. This last year has been insane. I'm gonna try really hard not to cry, because, you know, some people just get uncomfortable with tears. I'm not. I am a very emotional person. Well, let me take that back. I used to be very uncomfortable when people would cry. Even though I was an emotional person, I was not the type to like console. But I don't know, I had kids and it changed. I changed. I had Lucas and I changed. I met my husband and maybe happiness, I don't know, and that changed. Now I cry when someone cries, and then I cry for myself. So so I'm gonna start by priming my eyes. Of course, I got the OCHRE MAC paint pot. This one is in soft ochre, which is kind of like a flesh tone color for me, maybe a little yellow. But I didn't want like a pink base, which I usually use Painterly, and I didn't want that. So I'm gonna use that as my primer. Just Primal my eye. So it's been a long year. When I stopped temporarily making a video is because I was moving into this apartment. We needed a bigger apartment because we had Lucas and we needed more space. We needed an office and needed some, you know, just space. And so we moved into, so I took a break from making videos to pack up my makeup and move into this apartment. Well, that was June of last year. So June of 2021, I got everything situated. I want to say that I made maybe 1 or 2 videos. I think I did 2. I think I did like a battle of a palette for the Urban Decay Prints palettes. And then I did a another video. I believe I was working on my indie brand series for Mirror Beauty. I think those were the last 2 videos that I made once we moved into this apartment, and we weren't even fully moved in yet. We were not set up. I just had unpacked some things. I hadn't even unpacked all my makeup. I remember taking the Mirror Beauty palettes and the Prints palettes out of the boxes to make the videos. Today I'm going to use the LUNAR Retrograde. This is a collaboration between DRENCH Cosmetics and Neon MUA. I'm a huge fan of Neon MUA, and he made a beautiful palette, man. I had recorded a little haul that I never posted, of course. Look at that. Look at those colors. Oh, it's so beautiful. But this is the palette I'm using today. We moved in like late June. Then we found out in July that my dad had cancer. Well, my dad had a lot of health problems that hit him pretty hard in 2021. He got diagnosed with cancer. He went through the cancer treatment. Then he got diagnosed with Castleman's disease. He's still dealing with that, and he has COPD. So he's rocking it, man. He doesn't let, that man does not let health slow him down at all. We have to remind him to take care of himself because he likes to be running around, and since he has COPD really bad, he does have to carry oxygen tank and all that stuff. So I took that, it hit me really, really hard when he got sick, and I kind of fell into a little depression from that. And so it's a little, I know y'all can see it, got a little bit of powder kick up, but it doesn't bother me. So he got sick, and so I was not in the mood to film. I was not inspired, I was not motivated, you know. I just fell into that little depression. And then the baby's birthday came. His birthday is August 3rd. He turned 2, and time just kind of, I kept saying like, I'm gonna make a video, and I just didn't. Well, John started school, and then September came around, and we all caught COVID, and it hit all of us. John was asymptomatic. His only symptoms were like a sniffle. That's it. So thankfully, but he was full on, you know. And then we didn't know, oh no, that's the color I just used. I'm gonna use this one, it's Gravity. We didn't know, and my mom helped me because Lucas ended up getting really sick. Actually, I'm gonna use this one, Supermoon. But Lucas ended up getting super sick, so I was supposed to go to this like band meeting for John at school, and I didn't end up going because Lucas was running really, really high fever. At the time, we didn't know it was COVID, because like I said, John only had sniffles. And so Lucas, I stayed home with Lucas, and my mom and my stepdad ended up going to the band hall, or the band meeting with John. And when my mom came over, she you know, was insistent, like a grandma that she was, she was insistent to pick up the baby, and he like adored her, so he was really, really happy to see her. And the next day his fever got even higher, so I called the doctor, and because just by chance they had a checkup, since their birthdays are so close together. Lucas is August 3rd, John's is September 1st. It was like September 8th. They had a scheduled appointment to be, now I'm gonna use this color. They had a scheduled appointment for their annuals, so I had to turn that into a sick appointment because the baby was still really sick. And if the baby was really sick, they were like, well, we don't want to risk John either, so go ahead and bring both of them in. So everybody tested positive for COVID. That was a Tuesday. And so I called my parents and my in-laws, because we had celebrated all the, you know, birthdays, because also my husband's birthday is August 31st. So it was Lucas August 3rd, husband 31st, John the day after. So we had gone to my in-laws to celebrate their birthdays, and called them, called my mom. Everybody got tested. I don't believe anybody at my in-laws got sick, thank goodness. But everybody at my mom's got sick, and everybody got better except for my mom. And she just increasingly got worse, and she inevitably she passed September 23rd, 2021 of COVID. And oh God, it was hard. It's been hard. And it's still hard. It's still so fresh. But I think I'm getting better. I can talk about it now clearly. It was really, really hard in therapy, of course, for grieving. We went through a lot with my mom, a lot of trauma, a lot of things happened that day when my mom passed, a lot of realizations. My grandparents didn't like the fact that my grandparents did not like the fact that we would not let one of my mom's sisters up in the room to see her. The reason why we did that, though, was because she wouldn't even talk to my mom alive. So my mom had always said, if they can't talk to me alive, I don't want them at my deathbed. And we respected that. My grandparents did not, so they disowned me and my sister. They went to the hospital and everything, all the way from Florida. Didn't like that my aunt was not welcomed, so they left, telling us that we were no longer a part of the family. Whew, the trauma. And so we dealt with that, had my mom's memorial, and then dealt with her life insurance, and her husband, my stepfather, kept my mom's ashes from us. So we never really got to spread her ashes, and I pray all the time that he did it. I really do, because she wanted to be at the beach. That's what she asked for. You know, when she was alive, that's all she ever asked. Just put me in the beach, put me in the water. She loved the beach. So I really hope that he did. And of course, you know, we stopped talking to him because he's a dick. But my brother and sister, trust the process. My brother and sister had to find a place to live because he got rid of the place. My brother lived with my stepdad and my mom, and my sister lived in the little house that was on their property. Well, when my mom passed, he got rid of the house and went to move in with on his daughter's property. So my sister and brother had to find a place. So we worked on that. I was able to help them with that, and they found a place that's in the same area. Literally, I could walk over there. That was, you know, stress all in its own as well. And then we just pray that that was the worst that would happen. Well, it wasn't. Well, I mean, that was the worst, but things did not get any easier. Me and my sister started therapy right away because I knew I needed it, and she eventually realized that she needed it as well. So we both started therapy. I don't like what I'm doing here, but we both started therapy, and my brother did not, and he probably needed it the most. He holds a lot of guilt. He broke his sobriety. My sister didn't make him move out or anything like that, even though he scared the living shit out of her all the time. She didn't make him move out. More for me, I know that was not a him decision, that was a me decision. I asked her not to, and she didn't. And I had always felt the need to take care of my brother and sister. You know, it was always just us three and my mom. And when she passed, I felt like they were not in a position to take care of themselves, and they needed my help, and they needed to help each other. And that didn't work out very well. My brother started drinking, and he never stopped drinking. He had stopped doing drugs, but he relapsed on his drug use and then got sober again, but refused to go to get help. So one night he just lost it and attacked my sister, and me, out of a reacting instead of thinking, I went to go and help her, and he almost took my life. And so now he's homeless. The last that we heard, he's still homeless. I think he has a job. He may not have a job. I don't really know. But that happened in April. And that, I'm still recovering from that. I have, I don't know, you won't be able to see, but I have the scars on my back, and from where he had my sister's dog attack me. And I have the scars on my legs. It took a huge toll on my mental health. And so that, combined with losing my mom and not feeling like I had family, I was losing my family fast. It took a huge toll on my health, on my mental health, and on my physical health. You know, my anxiety was so bad. That's when my husband bought these curtains, because I was so scared that my brother was gonna come back for me and finish the job. And in my mind, like when I was thinking realistically, I knew he wouldn't have done that, because I know in his right mind, he would have never attacked us. But when you experience a traumatic event like that, you don't think realistically. And so it took me a really, really long time to leave my apartment again, to walk out the door. A really long time. So on top of all of that, I have, with the trauma of my mom's passing, I'm going to use this multi-dimensional. With the trauma of my mom's passing, I had already kind of experienced like PTSD. And then the trauma of my brother's attack, I was not well. And I'm still not 100%. I was on a lot of medication. And it was hard because my dad couldn't make the trip over here. You know, my dad can't travel. The one time he tried to make that trip, he got so sick and ended up in the hospital. And my dad lives in Lubbock, and we're in San Antonio, and that's a 5 to 6 hour drive. And my dad ended up in the hospital and on a ventilator, and he almost lost his life too. So I thankfully have a very strong husband. Thankfully. A very strong husband who loves me and hasn't given up on me. And I'm so thankful for him. Y'all have no idea. So from the trauma and everything, my medicines kind of worked against each other and I got pregnant. So now I'm 3 months pregnant. I'm on just Zoloft for my mental health, for my anxiety and my depression, and it works pretty good. I was on FIX+CHERRY, and that was probably the one that helped me the most of all the medicines that I've tried. But man, the withdrawal from that, I got so sick. I had to stop taking all my medicines for my fibromyalgia, so now like my hands just tingle 24/7. My back starts to hurt, my legs, everything. We're 3 months pregnant, so I'm still in the first trimester, and I don't take any of my medication for my fibromyalgia because none of it's good for the baby. So I'm just kind of winging it, doing stretches when I can, when I remember, and just really taking life day by day. Literally, I leave the house very seldom. Even now, I get social anxiety really bad because we're still in a pandemic and everybody's just living their best lives, but I'm trying really, really hard not to let that affect me. But I do what I can, but my boys are healthy, my husband's healthy, I'm healthy, and now we're gonna have our third baby. And I couldn't be more blessed. After the year that I've had, I couldn't be more blessed. And I truly am just thankful that we're okay, that I'm okay. I had such a bad year, man. To end the year with a surprise yet a blessing it's wonderful. I gained so much weight, and I didn't even realize it until I found out I was pregnant, because I went months not looking in the mirror. But I got pregnant and I was like, oh my god, I feel so fat. And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, I am. But I give myself a lot of, I try to be really patient with myself and try to grant myself grace and remind myself that this is the least of my worries after the year that I've had, and that's okay. I will lose the weight. I did it before, and I worked really hard, and I will work hard again, because I do it for myself. Even the first time I lost, on my first weight loss journey, I did it for me. I mean, yeah, I had my boyfriend at the time. He's my husband now. But girl, he started dating me when I was big, at my biggest. So I've never been worried that gonna stop being with me because I'm overweight. Or that's never been a thought. I think my munchkin is awake. Hi. My munchkin is awake. But I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Let me finish my face. I wanted to do a full get ready with me, but like, I know Lucas is not going to let me. So let me finish all this up and close out this video. Be right back. Okay, everyone, this is the final look. Thank you so much for sticking around. My munchkin is awake, so I am gonna go ahead and close this video out. I hope you all have a great day or night, evening, whatever time it is for you all. I'm hoping that I can get a schedule back going. Just depends on life. But thanks so much for sticking around, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.